Mine's MF_Benzo, and then the higher end one is just the higher end clothing co. The long ass name.
Bet.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's how I went down. Basically. So
So
that's
8 months.
8 months, man. And then just the whole, the whole like the response that we got was just like we had to. Now we're like forced to keep up with the momentum of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like before, you kind of just do stuff. You kind of just drop like I was like, oh, I want to drop something cool right now, or I want to drop whatever. If I have an idea, I'll drop it. It's more of like seasons. So it's like
More organized.
Yeah, and each one has a theme. It's only been 4 seasons with Black Winter so far. First year, 8 months.
Oh yeah, you said that was 4 days. Did it drop yet?
I'm dropping it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, today I dropped the Mayan, which because it was 12, 12, 12. So
yeah, okay.
So the Mayan's out. That's like a limited drop just for the occasion. We survived it in the world. We're good. You can wear it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah, but hey, so that's where we're at now. We just gotta keep up with like people. People like expect something. Like I want people to just be like, yo, the higher end's gonna drop some shit. So it's like, I want them to kind of like be waiting for it instead of like, oh, he's probably gonna drop the same design but just different colorway. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to do that. I might do that with some cool stuff. Really play with it, but I'm like really like not trying to repeat designs. Just kind of every season new something, new something, new something.
Every season, that's dope. You don't have any like limited stuff to where it's like.
We did the Olympics, right? We did the Olympics, the World Cast Champions. The Cinco de Mayo we did. And well, right now the Mayans is basically our next this Windbreaker, the King of King Windbreakers. We did this limited as well. So there's a couple pieces that we and it's just to maintain that image of exclusiveness and it seems like it would be better for us anyway, just with the name and just the kind of vibe that we're trying to give off. It's the higher end, dude. It's not normal ass shit. So we gotta live up to our name. It's kind of hard, but we have to do it.
How big is your team?
It's my man, Floto Stacks. Good. Our man's back there on the computer. Janarvis. You might see him in the back.
Hold on, let me focus in on you. There we go. We got you.
That's kind of like our street team, and basically as far as designing, in the beginning it was just mainly like, all right, it was me coming up with all these ideas and kind of playing with them. But now like as it started getting bigger, a lot of people been reaching out, and it's more of like trying to explain like the lifestyle and the type of concepts that we want. And now I have more artists working with me as far as graphic design, and they'll shoot me like, yo, I got this great idea. We kind of feed off of each other now, and I feel like it's a lot better. It works better because you can only have so many ideas as to compare to when you work with people that understand the same, the concept that the lifestyle that you want to create. It's like then
help you narrow it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I feel like I have like the dopest idea, and I get shut down, you know what I'm saying? And I own this shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's whack, So it's cool, man. It really helps. I in the beginning, it's always like, yeah, I'm a one-man army, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna knock it out, and I'm gonna be doing, everything by myself.
That shit is hard.
And it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard, and that's something I learned, like, the hard way. You know what I mean? Like, getting stuck, not being able to pull through on certain things. I'm just like running, just picking my ball back up and keep going. It's a lot. So I learned that, and I started welcoming like a lot of people that they felt they had something to offer. You know what I mean? And that's the important thing to me that he taught me back there. He said teamwork makes the dream work. I'm sure it's been around for a while.
That's dope.
But I heard it from him, and I'm like, yo, like you're right. Like the team.
That's dope.
It's a very important thing, a team. You know what I mean? And as much as you would like to do things on your own and kind of receive all the credit and the glory and just go, yeah, man. But it's like it's a team. You know what I mean? That's what the higher end is. You know what I mean? It's a team. So it's not just. I call them higher minds. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be a higher mind in order to be in the higher end. You can't be no regular concept dude, and it's like, you know what I mean? Half the stuff they're talking about has already been done.
So where's the ideas come from, like the designs, like?
Stone, man.
The stone?
It's a lot of stuff like that, man. It's just the lifestyle, man. It's just to be blunt.
To be blunt, literally.
Honestly, it's like we've been living it, you know what I mean? We've been doing this since we were in high school, man. We've been driving around and, doing, we always, kind of like feeling like we didn't have a limit, as far as like what we like to do, you know what I mean? Let's go out and drink, or let's go out and smoke, let's go out and party, let's go out and hang out with these people. Yeah, we dress better than all these people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for us, we always felt, in a way, when we were younger, superior, you know what I'm saying? We were like, we got to do what we wanted, and, so we felt like everyone's here, but we're like here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there we go, there we go.
Whether we was wrong or just too cocky or whatever it was, but it's just how we felt, and then that helped us develop this. You know what I'm saying? This really got developed on a trip to San Francisco.
Bro.
Yeah, I was on my iTouch, dude, and I was just like, man, my mom said to me, she was like, yo, because before this I had this thing called BBZ, and I'll show you some of that stuff too. It's young Manny. My mom, she made a comment to me. She was like, man, I really wish you would have kept up that clothing stuff. She said, I'm really tired of working. And it just kind of like it got in my head, I was just there, and I'm just like, freaking 8-hour drive to San Francisco. I'm sitting there on my iTouch, I'm like, yo. You know what I mean? Just sitting there and it's just marinating.
Yeah, all the thoughts and everything just.
And I'm like, yo, I could do this, you know what I mean? So I just kind of like, jot down some notes, blah, played with it a little bit. Got home, he was one of the first people I told. I was like, yo, I got this great idea, man. And I was like, well, tell me what you think, And he told me, like, yo, I think it's pretty tight, Higher end, man, it could be high end, like money, like higher end money, it could be high end.
Yeah, originally, that's why I asked you, because, like, I knew about y'all a little bit, I was following you, with communicating on Facebook.
Yeah.
But my girl, that's what she thought. She was like the high end, like, especially when she seen that right there.
Like, I was like, I stopped you and I was like,
it was.
What is that?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. How you doing? We interviewing with Fairfax.
She ran away.
Mama Stacks right there. But yeah, that was the main thing, like in the beginning a lot of people thought we were like a weed-based brand, you know what I mean? Like, oh, these guys, everything's about weed and, whatever. I mean, and it didn't help that we released our first stuff on 420. That's definitely.
Where it goes with the brand, though,
You know what the whole thing is? I was trying to change, like, the view of it. Like, I'm like, yo, like I said again, we weren't potheads. We weren't trying to scrape up some change. Like,
yeah, I was doing it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to us, it was like, that's just what we do. But at the same time, I wanted to separate the brand from that because, I didn't want people to just be like, oh, I don't smoke weed, so I can't wear that.
Yeah.
Or just some, it's a weed company, I don't want to wear that, and stuff like that. So in the beginning, like, we came out that way, and it made it seem that way, but that's why we concentrated a lot towards changing
the image more so, like the perspective.
I mean? And it wasn't like that we wanted that image. It was just kind of, I guess that's what we gave off.
It was a coincidence.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, as we started releasing stuff, then I guess people started to get it. And then the emails started coming in, and people were like, like, I feel your brand, he's like, I smoke weed, but I don't want to seem like a total pothead or hippie-ish, and you do it just right. And then, that's when I was like, yo, they get it. Like, this is it. You know what I mean? They understand, like, what the whole concept's about.
Yeah.
It's not just, like, me believing this in my head. Like, other
people telling you, they reinforcing it. Yeah.
So that made me stoked. I'm like, yo, they get it, and that's kind of how we established, like, the tone of the brand. Like, this is it, We sophisticated, classy. You know what I mean? It was just kind of that.
All the above.
You know what I mean? How we ran with it, man, and that's where we at now.
So y'all got this for 8 months. What's the next 8 months like? What's in store for that? Like,
well, look, man, 8 months we over here talking to Fairfax. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But I have a couple of stores in LA reaching out. Just more stores, more, definitely more product. So far, we put out hoodies, crew necks, tees, tank tops. We did a couple of girl tank tops, did pretty well. Windbreaker, this is our first windbreaker we dropped and stuff like that. So, I mean, just definitely next year, just like, more stuff, and harder designs and stuff like that, man. Like,
what about events?
Oh yeah, man, we have events. We have events for like every release. Sometimes we just have events for no reason. We really do. We had what was that thing we did for you? That event we did. The Royal Family Party, right?
The Royal Family.
And it was a higher end event, and we, it was no reason, and we just felt like we get the team together and invite some people and we just chill. We had our homeboy DJ Dango Swagger. He's like our DJ. You know, usually we do events. He's the one that DJs and stuff. So, you know, everybody just came out. We had fun, man. We ate, and we actually ordered a taco guy who came.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean? You know,
Hold on, how we do it? How we do it again?
Taco man.
Word.
Yeah, man. You know, we you know sometimes we just do that. And we just talk and just kind of go over like you know keeping the team like you know on track. What's next? You know what we need to do. Janarvis right here, he plays like a very important role because, like I said, like I'm not a counter guy.
Anniversary's coming up, so that's when I pretty much have a major event right there, the anniversary and shit. So be on the lookout.
He's like, he knows how to answer the phone appropriately. Who is this? So you know he does that. So you know, and he gets stuff together. You know, like I said, I'm out of town a lot, so I mean, I definitely need people like out here. You know, doing stuff. I can't do it all. So you know, he helps me a lot, dude. He's pulled through so many times ridiculous. Yo, set up this photo shoot right now, like. He's like, what do you mean? This guy needs like some days in the event. No, we need now. Tell me you came extra. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just stuff like that, man. You know, and like I said, that kind of stuff happens because, like I said, it's 8 months, so we're learning. You know, we're very set in our calendar to where we, you know, we're like, all right, dude. You know, this is.
It's a lot of stuff y'all not ran into when now y'all learning how to deal with it. Yeah.
And it's kind of like once you run into it, then you have to deal with it. You know, you have to figure it out, or else you look lame. And that's one major thing that is. I'm like, we can't turn nothing down. Like if someone's like. You know, they're expecting for us to show up somewhere or, you know, do some kind of collabo event, like, we have to pull through. Like, there's no, no, dude, you know, if we say, yeah, we're going to do it. You know, that's just basically what it is.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, that's why it's important to have a team. Because if I say, yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to do it myself. So we have a team and it makes it happen, man. So, you know, that's the importance of that. But we never, you know, everything we say we're going to do, we do it. And releases, we do it. And like I said, seasons on point, you know, and so far, like, I think summer did the best. Like, that sold out every single tank top we did. So, you know, that was pretty cool.
Where was y'all selling the tanks at?
Everything was offline. Huh?
What's the website?
Oh, I'm sorry. You made it too comfortable, man. I'm thinking we're chilling now.
Yeah, we chilling, but you know, get your drops in.
The higherendclothingco.com, man. You know, check that out. You know, there's a blog website. You know, they're always posting new stuff, new news, new information, what's dropping next, where you can find us and stuff like that. You know, so you know, just stuff like that, man. It's good. You could register on there if you want to receive updates and stuff like that. If you want to be a groupie, go ahead and do that.
Word.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.